Welcome, Bill here, Detroit Commercial Photo and Video, and this is Friday's post. What our subject is today, keeping in with tips on hiring a professional photographer, but keeping in line with it, is how to find the right photographer for you. And we have 3 ways of going about doing it. That's right, 3, and we're going to touch base on those 3. And man, you're going to love them, okay? Listen up. First and foremost way is associations. You got a wedding coming up. You developed a new product. You have a restaurant. You developed a new plate. You want to promote that plate. So you might whip out your iPhone. Boom, take a quick shot that way. It may work, okay, all right. Or you may say, hey, Johnny down the street here, he got a new DSLR a year or so ago, and we'll let him do it. He'll be cheap, okay, Or you might say, hey, we want these to be quality. This is the wedding. This cannot be redone. It's got to be right the first time. I don't want to shut down my restaurant, perhaps in order to take food photographs or ship my food or send my chef. I don't want to do that. I want it done quickly and efficiently. So for those reasons, you may want to hire a pro photographer. And the 3 ways. First way I like to highly encourage is there are different organizations which most professional photographers will belong to, 1 or all 3 of them, if they've been in the business for any length of time. Number 1 is the Professional Photographers of America, PPFA as it's called. PPFA is a great source for photographers, but it's a great source for you too. Why for you? Because they have a search thing, so you can go on there and find a photographer that does what you're interested in doing, okay, And they're great for family-oriented things, weddings, family portraits, first communions, graduation things. They're phenomenal for all the personal type of stuff. Another one is Wedding and Portrait Photographers International. Another great thing, but they're international. Their push is more globally kind of thing, but they as well have a search thing so you can look them up and find a photographer. And the third one is the American Society of Media Photographers, ASMP. Great organization, once again. They have a search thing so you can go on there and find a photographer in your particular genre. Now that brings to the next subject. Why am I bringing genre up? Why did I talk about the other? Because in the photography business, as well as doctors and attorneys, there's specialties. If we're talking the medical profession, for example, you have some doctors that in fact are general. Some that specialize with orthopedics, bones, okay? Some specialize, with the eyes. Some specialize with the heart. Some with the feet, and so on it goes. And with attorneys, you have others that specialize in condo law and this and that and the next thing. So you're going to look for a specialty. You want the best that can be had for what your particular situation is. So it is in professional photography as well. You specialize. There's a family-oriented and a general, and then there's the commercial side on the general. In the family, you have weddings, you have people that do the baby portraits, you have people that do the high school graduations and the families and all that good stuff. On the commercial sector, it's more in tune with business. It's more business to business rather than business to consumer. Business to business, it's a restaurant. He wants media. He wants a file of that plate of food, how great it looks after it's done, okay? Because he wants to take that and put it in a brochure, put it in a menu, put it in a flyer. He wants to do 1,000 different things with it, okay? And use it on social media. If it's headshots for people, the same thing. They don't want prints. Very rarely is prints done in the commercial side. That's more in the family-oriented side kind of thing. So it's totally different. Why is that important? Well, let's just imagine, for example, you find a photographer excellent product guy. Do you really want him photographing your son or daughter's wedding? I don't think so. It's just not a good fit. On the other hand, do you want the wedding guy doing your brand new product that you've been in research and development on for 5 years, okay? Do you really want to go there and then drop the ball and get what you get, so to speak, okay? On the opposite end, probably not. Can each do the same? Yes, it's both photography, but they're not in tune to it. They're not experienced in it. Therefore, it's not going to be as efficient for you, okay? Me, myself, I'm more in the commercial end. I do a lot of food. I do a lot of product. I do a lot of headshots, that kind of thing. Editorial, advertising type of thing, okay? Which is totally different, all right? So you got different genres. I'll even go so far as to tell you that there are some photographers who specialize in only film. Do you believe that? 2018, there are photographers out there that shoot film and don't shoot digital. Yeah, they're out there, okay? You know, that's their specialty. That's their thing. They shoot everything in film, okay? Other people choose to shoot everything digital. What's best for you? Only you're going to make the decision. Another way to find a photographer is a little homework, back school, old school homework. Put out to your family, friends, and relatives, hey, I would like a professional photographer to photograph my this or that. Do you know anybody? Possibility, okay, you know. You're going to do a little research that way, and that oftentimes, will pan out, okay? Or let's say you had your daughter's wedding done 4 years ago. You might go back to that fellow and say, hey, I know you're a wedding guy, but do you know anybody that does products? I've developed this product, and I want a product guy to do it, okay? You know, all right? So there's a couple options there, okay? So you can expand upon that a little bit, okay? And the third way is the old-fashioned, used to be back in the day, the yellow pages. Today that's kind of gone, okay? But in today's day and age, you get online, you Google, professional photographers, professional food photographer, headshot photographer, wedding photographer, whatever it is, and zoom, you're going to come up with a bunch of them in all likelihood, okay? These are people that specialize in those particular categories, okay? Now, great way. You'll find a lot of people quick that way, okay? However, you really don't know. Going back to the association, at least they've taken an interest. They belong to associations. So you might want to ask someone, if you pick them up off of Google or Facebook search or whatever, what organizations you belong to. That might be a good question there to start with right off the bat for you, okay? So stay tuned to this, our little playlist here, because what we're going to cover over the next 10 to 12 weeks is all kinds of things that's going to affect in hiring a professional photographer for you, okay? We're going to talk about such things as insurance, questions you might want to ask, okay? We're going to talk about portfolios and questions you might want to ask, okay? Excuse me on that. Portfolios that you might want to ask. So, that's the post for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, okay? And I want to thank you for tuning in. And please, though, by the way, while you're here, this is a relatively newer channel, okay? And we're just now starting to jump onto putting weekly posts here on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you would, okay? All right, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. And what that'll do is every time we make a post, especially on this subject, okay, which will be coming every week, okay, you'll get notified when it's up there, when it's posted, so that you can tune in and get the information. So if there's any chance of hiring a professional photographer in the next few years, I'd highly recommend to watch this series. Thank you much. Have a great one. Bye now.